Day. This is Frank Sides, joined by Mike Smith. Again, we got your final round for you as the leaders are putting. One of the lead groups is putting here on nine. Mike, if you got the leaderboard in front of you, kind of set up what's happening here.
Well, we've got a couple of guys out here making the move today already on the front nine. We've got a new leader, Gregory Yates out of Mansfield, Texas. Played the front nine, went out in 31. No bogeys on his card, 4 birdies on the front side, birdied 1, 4, 7, and 9. That's a strong start, and it's moved him into a tie with Kyle Wilshire, who is 1 under on his round today. We've also got Walker Lee out of Houston, Texas, who's moved himself into 3rd place by himself. Has made 5 birdies today. He is through 13 holes. He stumbled a little bit on 12 with a bogey there, but 3 birdies on the front side, birdied 10 and 11, and then had that bogey on 12. So our leaderboard is spaced itself out a little bit. We've got Gregory Yates, like I said, tied with Kyle Wilshire at 11. Walker Lee in 3rd by himself at 9. Chandler Phillips and Andrew Presley sitting at 8, and then we've got a group at 7 and then several at 6. So going to be an interesting day, and you look at Yates and Lee, they're already showing you that there's some birdies to be had out there today. So we'll keep an eye on those two and see how their back nines go.
Yeah, Greg Yates came through 9 just before we went on air and poured in a birdie in front of everybody. So he's looking to head to the back 9, post something low, and come back and hopefully watch the rest of this tournament and collect his paycheck, right?
Yeah, you look at Yates' card on the front side. He birdied 1 and 4. Those are probably as far as par 4s go, those are the 2 hardest holes on the front side. So he made birdie there, took advantage of the par 5, the only par 5, the way they're playing the front 9 on 7. And then, like you just said, just came through 9, made a birdie on 9, and just went off the box on 10. So we will keep an eye on him going through his backside. He's got it going pretty hot right now. So he's gonna give Kyle a run.
Yeah, we're back over at 18 now. I don't have a name for you just yet, but that is not where you want to be today with the pin where it is. But not bad from there.
That's a pretty good leave coming back over those bunkers right there to that flag. That's about the best you can hope for.
Back with you. When they get off this green, we're going to catch a name so we can figure out where we are on the tee sheet, so we can kind of roll a little bit like we did yesterday. But with that being said, we're going to pop back over to 9 and check in on some of the leaders here.
Looks like Sarah Ree over there playing her 2nd shot, and that's a phenomenal shot. She's got that ball about 6 feet past the hole. Sarah's chasing. Sarah's at even for the tournament. She's 6 shots back, but
yeah, I've got the ladies scoreboard up here now on the.
Yeah, and a familiar name there at the top of the leaderboard, Amanda Tan, who, as if you watched yesterday, came in, posted 66, which was a low round of the day. Jumped in front of Kennedy Pedigo, but we've got a couple of girls there, Julianne Alvarez and Kara Gorley right behind them. So we'll keep an eye on these girls. They're definitely going to be chasing Amanda. If Amanda can put together a round like she did yesterday, she's going to be tough to track down. She's already got it 1 under today, but Julianne Alvarez made up a couple shots. She's got it 3 under today.
And got to look at Allison Muirhead here. She is currently even.
Yep, another good approach there. That one's about 6 feet short of the hole. So we've got. We've watched about 5 groups come through 9 now, and they are definitely going at this flag. It's a little bit more accessible than the one yesterday, and we're definitely seeing the balls a lot closer to this pin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. It looks like we're going to have a pretty interesting finish today here on 18.
We're going to have a good day. You're already seeing over on the guys' side a couple of them that are making some moves and making some birdies. Like I say, you've got Juliana Alvarez over on the girls' side that's 3 under par on the front side, so she's making a run.
And Sarah's also 8 under. I'm sorry, even par through 8 and 6 off the lead. So this group here probably needs to get something going to play meaningful golf here on the back nine.
Yeah, obviously making the turn here, you've got some holes on the backside you can score on, and this group right here is going to have to take advantage of some of those holes to catch our leader, Amanda Tan.
As a matter of fact, all 3 of them are currently even par. Looks like first to putt is going to be Amanda Kim. Again, coming into the 9, 6 back of the lead. That putt is going to come up just a little off there. Not sure if this is a look at birdie from your head or not.
This is going to be a look at a 3 for Allison, and like we just talked about with these girls making the turn at even par, she really needs to see this go in to try to get something going. You've got to think the way Amanda Tan played yesterday, she's probably carrying a lot of confidence into today's round, and does not look like she's going to slide backwards. So these girls are going to have to make a run to chase her down. About the same distance here coming back for Sarah. And Sarah manages to take advantage there, make a 3. So some positive momentum for Sarah. That will get her under par, headed into the backside. Should put her tied for 5th place, making the turn.
Looks like Kennedy Pedigo has made it to 5 through 7 holes. Updated the leaderboard here, as Muirhead is going to go ahead and finish out for par here. And we're going to pop over to 18. Checking on this group. This is the 1029 grouping. Can't see that far to know what kind of shorts they are, but that looks like Peyton Wilhoit. Pretty good shot from there, and I see a ball is in there very
real
tight.
Close. And this pin today is just a more difficult pin, same line, but a more difficult pin today. The pin is what looks like to be less than about 5 steps off the back of this green, the back right of this green. It brings in the slope off the back of the green and brings in the back right bunker, of course. So a tough finishing pin here today. We're going to see some interesting things happen on 18 with that flag, I would think.
Got you an updated leaderboard here. For the men, Gregory Yates still leads at 11, and Kyle Wilshire's gotten it to 11 under now. The tie. That's the first ball we've seen back here today.
Yeah, and it may not be the last. We're seeing today some flags moving where yesterday we weren't really seeing. We were seeing the WAPT and the APT tour flags moving, but now we've got a lot of movement on this green. Like we were just talking about, this pin is way back on this hole, and the hole's playing downwind. So this flag is going to bring in. You're going to have to be cautious at this pin if you're going at it. The wind and then just the location on the green should give some of these guys a little bit of pause going right at it.
And this is Grant Schroeder, who is looking at what appears to be a fairly difficult chip from the backside of this green up and over that ridge.
Yeah, this one's going to be a tough one. He's really just got to carry it just to that ridge and let it kind of, just the momentum carry it down the hill. It's going to be a little tricky.
Looks to have done fairly well with it, but it's going to run past by a couple foot as to be expected.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's manageable.
Next up, it looks like Peter Creighton going to be next to play with a birdie putt. Well, I take that back. That is going to be Peyton Wilhoit here. I'm not sure where Peyton is on the leaderboard this afternoon, but
Peyton is he's
that's something you can work on for us.
1 under for the tournament. Peyton playing out of North Little Rock, so not too far from home, but probably a little bit disappointed this week. He's sitting tied for 30th right now, so needs to knock this one in, keep his week under par, and get on out of here.
That putt's going to miss, I guess, on the low side. Is that going to be a little left to right? Obviously, from the hill, it looks like it. But
Yeah, it's going to be left to right. Pretty good little bit of movement to it from that angle, just because of that hill.
now we're going to have Peter Creighton with a birdie putt after a really nice approach here.
Peter also 1 under for the tournament. Looks like he's only got about 5 feet or so here. Good birdie there. That'll finish Put Peter at 2 under for the tournament. It's going to bump him up to about tied for 26.
We are going to pop on over to 9. Got to look at the updated ladies leaderboard. This is the final group. Amanda Tan maintains a one-shot lead, but we don't have the scoring update from 8 just yet. We should have that shortly. But as they stand through 7, she's hanging on to a one-shot lead and playing in this group with Kenny Pettigo. So, Kennedy Pettigo. Take that back. That is not the group that's coming up the fairway. This is the 114 APT group. So that's Andrew Presley in the white shirt there, sizing up his approach.
Yeah, we saw Andrew make a good move yesterday afternoon, get himself in a good position. He's got it 1 under today, and he's only 4 shots out of the lead. So Andrew needs to get this one close, make a birdie, get to the backside, and try to get something going on a couple of these par 5s on the backside to try to catch Gregory Yates and Kyle Wilshire.
Looks like he had some trouble off the tee, and that doesn't look like much fun from back there.
No. And if he doesn't have any tree trouble right in front of him, he should be able to get this ball around the front of the green, maybe even on the green.
Looks like he turned it over, but it's not going to be enough to get it to the front.
That's
not bad from there, but obviously not how he had that one drawn up.
Yeah, probably a little bit disappointed with that, but in a good spot to try to pitch one up close and make 4.
Who are we looking at here? I'm trying to get
I believe that's Chad Sewell.
pink stripes. That's almost certainly Chad Sewell. But I'm not sure he's first to play. Looks like first up is going to be Thomas Johnson. Thomas is 7 under for the tourney, 5 back of Gregory Yates. So it's time to get something going here.
Yeah, this group's right on the heels of our leaders, and these guys are going to be wanting to fire at this flag, try to get one back. That's the danger of this pin, Frank. That they're both these pins on 9 and 18 are cut really close to this back edge. You get a little bit too aggressive with one, and that's where you're going to end up.
Now we're gonna have Chad Sewell. Chad's currently 6 under par for the tournament and 6 behind our leader. It's a pretty safe shot there from Chad. He doesn't love it, but this is the next to the last men's group, and the final group for the ladies is going to be hitting their tee shots here shortly. Looks like they're getting set up there on the 9 tee box. Still no scoring update for them, but Amanda Tan, after through 7 maintains the one-shot lead over Kennedy Pettigo. Gregory Yates on the men's side has taken it to 12 under total, 5 for the day. That is, he's playing some golf, Mike.
Yeah, and the I guess you would say the impressive thing about that is he birdies 11. He's now going to go to 12, the reachable par 5, and has another shot right there at a realistic birdie, back-to-back birdies possibly on 12. So we'll keep an eye on Gregory. That's just in the last 3 holes, that's 2 birdies. So you go back 5 holes, that's three birdies in 5 holes. So right now Gregory's really got it going.
It looks like first to play from way down in front of the green. Going to be that Andrew Presley, I believe, who had a little trouble off the tee.
Yep, Andrew sitting 4 back. This is one of those shots on a final day that's a make or break to your round. If you can manage to escape here with a 4, that gives you a lot of confidence going over to the backside.
Yeah, this isn't an overly difficult shot, but one that you'd prefer not to have.
It's like you said, it's pretty straight away. You're looking right down the flagstick. But again, this is one of the ones where you get a little bit too aggressive with it, and now you're stuck into doing damage control, trying not to turn this into a disaster. But this one right here needs to be close.
And checked up on him just a little bit.
Gonna have a little bit of work left there. Looks like he's probably got about 10 feet up the hill for his 4.
Next to play in the pink shirt is going to be Chad Sewell. Chad's got a birdie putt here. Or not, I'm sorry. I'm way off right now. I need to get my bearings about me here, Mike.
We're going to get there.
Yeah, we're just getting started. That's Thomas Johnson from just behind the green here.
Ooh, that right there will be very helpful. Make a 3 from over this green. That's unexpected and should be real helpful to Mr. Johnson. That moves him to 8 under and puts him in a tie for 4th at 4 back.
Do have a scoring update. It looks like Amanda Tan has birdied 8 and taken the lead to 3. 7 under to Kennedy Pettigo's 4 as they tee off on the 9th. But in the meantime, Chad Sewell's attempt for birdie here at 9. Pretty good roll there.
Good roll. Looked like it was a little bit right the whole way. I'm not sure he was terribly thrilled with that, but it's going to get out of here with a 4.
pop back over to 18 here. Another shot long. We didn't see many yesterday back behind this 18th green. We saw this a few minutes ago. Tough to get spin on it out of this thickish rush back here. And this is Annika Clark, who's going to attempt to get up and down from the backside of the 18th green. She's holding the finish. She likes it. If that'll go just a little bit, this could be good, Mike. Oh, it's going to tail off to the right. And finish about 7 feet.
That's
short and right.
Yeah, that's not bad. Again, that's a really tricky shot to judge what it's going to do once it gets over that slope. We've now seen one end up a couple feet past the hole. That one looks like it's about 3. She's got about 7 feet left on that putt, but it's 3-4 feet short of the hole. It's just real tricky to judge going down that slope. Over here behind us on 9, Andrew Presley tapped that in. That's going to be a bogey for him. That was Andrew before this hole was in 4th by himself. That's going to drop him down to 5th. And so now we've got Greg Yates at -12, Kyle Wilshire at 11, and Walker Lee at 9 under.
We're going to pop back over to 18 for Julie Houston's birdie attempt. We're going to see a lot of this today, I think. Back over this slope. That's a fairly safe part of the green if you end up in trouble off the tee to the right. So back up over the ridge. Going to break a lot left to right. Downhill, down green, if I recall right.
Absolutely, yeah. Downhill, down grade. Going to move to her right.
Not a fun putt for us weekend warriors. Did you get it high enough, Mike?
It's on a pretty good line. It's going to miss just a little bit low.
Not bad from there at all. And you got the women's scoreboard pulled up here. You can see Amanda Tan has birdied 8 and extended her lead to 3, coming up the 9th fairway. We'll check in on this putt before we head over there. This is Amelia McKee. That's going to be struck a little too hard. And we're going to head back to the 9 fairway where our leaders are poised to hit their second, and we've got 3 fantastic tee shots. Okay, from the fairway in all black. This is Amanda Tan. This is our leader. With an excellent drive, her approach into the 9th hole is going to be short and doesn't make the top of the ridge, so it's going to leave a tough 2-putt there, but not something that I anticipate her having trouble handling.
Amanda kind of proceeding with the same way she played yesterday. She made 2 birdies on the front side yesterday on her route to 66. She's made birdie on 4 and 8, and going to have it about 30 feet here on 9 for another birdie.
This is Kennedy Pettigrew. She's set to play next. Our leader yesterday, she's in solo second, 3 behind Amanda Tan. So
Kennedy has had kind of an up and down round today. She came right out of the gate with a double, and then turned right back around, made birdie on 2 and 4, just birdied 7, and then let one get back on 8. So she would really like to pick one up here before she gets back over on 10.
her approach is on the way. She seems to like it, but it flies long. And I mean long.
Yeah, that ball's on the other side of the hill. She's going to have to navigate coming back over that hill to this flag. That's
going to be an incredibly difficult shot. I'll just come out and say it.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot, and obviously not where you want to be with the leader sitting 30 feet for birdie.
Can't see the third member of this group, and she is hitting her approach. This is Kara Gourlay. Kara currently sits even par, 7 back of Amanda Tan, so we're going to have to get something going pretty quickly.
Yep, Kara playing this ball out of the left tree. She's kind of having to punch it.
Looks pretty good from here, Mike.
That's a fantastic recovery from over there.
It's going to leave her, what, 16, 17 feet for birdie?
Yeah, she's probably got about 15 feet for birdie from the left trees over there. That's well done.
Alrighty, we're going to pop back over to 18 as they finish up here. As Julie Houston tries to finish off her par after that putt back down over the ridge. We're going to pop it back over to 9. This is a pretty important shot for Kennedy Pettigo, and one that, like I said, I'm not sure either one of us want any part of.
Yeah,
like today.
little tricky here, coming out of the rough, greens sloping away from her.
It looks like it didn't make it as far down the hill as I thought, or maybe she's just, oh yeah, so it may not be as bad, but still not one you love on a final round on Sunday.
Right, don't want to give one up here to Amanda. Got to get this close.
Sit down.
That's the deal, Frank. If you catch that ball out of that rough a little too clean, that's what you end up with.
It's going to have some work left to do for par to remain within 3, and can't let this one snowball into a bigger number than 5. And give yourself a shot on the backside.
Yeah, like you were saying, with Amanda playing as well as she is, you've got to make this 4. You can't give her a 4-shot lead going to make the turn. We have, matter of fact, so if we assume Amanda makes 4 here, that, as far as we know, that I know for sure that's 27 holes Amanda's played with no bogeys.
Wow. That's impressive anywhere, but even more impressive knowing this track here. Not as well as you do, but the few times I've played it.
Yeah, to get around here 27 holes, no bogeys, that's knowing where your golf ball's going. And she told us yesterday how comfortable she felt, and she likes this golf course. Told us she was going to try to take what the golf course gives her, and you see here on 9, this pin being in the back, she just puts it in the middle of the green. And
that's a good putt. And I don't want to jump or go too far out on this limb, but I think she probably knows if she can post 7, got a good shot of holding that check up today. So nothing crazy. Center of the greens, 2 putts, and you're going to win this thing.
She's doing what she told us she was going to do. She's attacking where she can attack and playing smart where she can't. Just like this hole, hits it right in the middle of the green, 2 putts, goes to 10. With what looks like right now is a 3-shot lead and could possibly be 4.
This is Kara Gourlay. She's struggled a bit on the front today. She's 4 over today, coming into the 9th here, needing a birdie pretty bad at even par and 7 behind Miss Tan. Speaking of Miss Tan, she's visiting the snack bar here behind us. I wonder if she's up for a mid-round interview, right? Pull some live tour stuff here. So Gourlay for birdie after a really good shot out of those trees. And it's in the hole.
There we go.
Gets her to 1 under.
That's a tough front side for anybody. She's got 2 pars on the card on the front side. 2 birdies, 5 bogeys. But maybe that birdie will get something going there for her.
Righty. And I don't know if cleanup's the right word, but Kennedy Pettigo This feels like a pretty important putt, Mike.
You know, here we are. The girls have played 9 holes, and you're watching a putt that is going to have a big influence in who wins this tournament today. Again, she's chasing Amanda 3 shots back. I'm thinking she's got about 10 feet here to save this 4. This is a big one. Early in the round, but this one's a big one.
And you can see how big it is as she takes a step back and resets a bit. Oh, what a putt.
Yep.
Excellent par save from behind that green.
That's strong there.
Going to keep her within 3 of our leader, who is, as you mentioned a moment ago, on an absolute tear.
Thank you, Chuck.
All right, we're going to stay here at 9 as I get us a men's leaderboard. Sorry about that. I had to hop on a cart and move it out of our shot. Its owner had abandoned it for a moment. The men's leaderboard is updated and up for you as the final group is playing the 9th hole. Gregory Yates holding on to a 1-shot lead over Kyle Wilshire, who is playing this 9th hole in this final group.
Yeah, this final group is Kyle is playing very steady. Our other 2 guys in this group have struggled on the front 9. Trent Whitekiller, we talked yesterday, one of the more experienced players in this tournament, has struggled on the front. He is 3 over par through 8 holes. And then Matthew Chung, who we talked to yesterday, played a bogey-free round, played real well yesterday, shot 67. Matt's 2 over par on this side today. So these 2 guys have struggled a little bit on the front and need to get it going if they're going to have anything to say in this tournament.
Sure, and it doesn't tell us a whole lot, but it appears that Kyle is walking towards the fairway as opposed to the left of it, so can't be too bad off the tee.
Veteran player in Kyle Wilshire's a lot of experience. I would imagine nobody's surprised to see Kyle 1 shot out of the lead here.
Sure, and Matt, we sat down with Matt a little bit after the round, and looks like his front 9 hasn't gone the way he wanted to, but he's still 6 back, and anything can happen when you've got real money on the line.
Yeah, Matt came out, made bogey on 1, and 1's a tough starting hole. You get through 1 with a par. That's a big positive. That's a really tough hole to start on. But Matt, 3 bogeys on the front, managed to birdie 4. Needs to get 1 here to get something going on this round today.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Tell him to pop a headset on. I'm Tucker Woods himself has rolled in from
a local
overseas,
legend has walked up here with us, Billy Lavender, which everybody in Texarkana knows Billy.
The question is, can he play golf?
Yes, I can attest that Billy knows his way around this golf course just fine. I've unfortunately been watching that since we were about 10 years old. So yeah, Billy can get it around okay.
Not sure who's first to play here. It looks like Kyle Wilshire is going to be first to play from the center of the fairway. Well, I take that back. Trent I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I know Trent Whitekiller is left
Yep.
towards the trees.
I think we're actually going to see Matthew Chung play first. Well,
Let me see. Matthew's on the left there.
I think Matt's deferred to Kyle.
So Kyle will. It appears Kyle will play first from position A on this hole.
Going to have about 100 yards at this flag. I would think that this is just a stock, either a gap wedge or a little sawed-off gap wedge for him. Ought to be trying to take this one right at it.
Nope, he's going to defer to Matthew. We're wrong again. So Matthew's approach is away, and he has
There we go.
thrown a dart into the ninth green.
Just what we said. 3 bogeys on this side, birdie. Hopefully knock that in, make his second birdie, and get something going before we go back to this backside.
And here's Kyle. We're certain he's playing now. So like you said, about 100, 105, somewhere around there. Into a breeze. Up the hill. I mean, I wonder if he knows he trails by one, but either way, this is probably a flag he's going at. He's holding the finish, staring it up and down, and he misses a tad right, but safe. Not a terribly difficult 2-putt from there.
Good shot. Probably not exactly where he was looking, but a good leave, just about 25 feet back up the hill.
And Whitekiller has played from the sand, it looked like, or maybe that was some dirt he hit out of, but not a bad shot from there either. So gonna have 3 looks at birdie for the lead and final group. But Gregory Yates on the course from Mansfield is 500 through 11 and holding a 1-shot lead. I'm sorry, 12 under total, 500 today through 11. And now 12. He's parred 12. So Kyle has a attempt at a putt here to tie the lead. I'm really looking forward to those last 3 groups coming to 18. Have a big crowd here, and everybody that share this feed and let them know that we've got some golf to watch on Saturday. That's I know there's other golf to choose from right now, but this one's more fun. Got some local guys out here.
Yeah, we're looking across 18 here down at 12. You've got a big group following the Yates group now. I think word's probably out that Gregory Yates is putting together a pretty good round. You got some folks out here following this group with Trent Whitekiller and Kyle Wilshire and Matthew being the young one in this group. But he's got plenty of Matthew's a 4-time NAIA All-American, so this group is got a lot of talent in it. It's going to be real interesting to see how this all plays out over the next couple hours.
Got a couple golf bags in our shot here. I'm tempted to move those, but I'm not sure how that would go over with these guys. As superstitious as some of them can be, we'll just have to deduce whether or not these putts go in. We'll let you know, I promise. So Whitekiller first for birdie. And Trent is 6 under for the tournament, currently 6 back, and really needing to get something going here.
Oh, there you go.
And that one's in the hole for a birdie for Trent Whitekiller on 9.
So that will bump Trent up back into a tie for 5th and put him at 5 back.
And our leader, Kyle Wilshire, our leader, when the round began, has a putt to tie the lead at 12 under here.
Yep, just got a good look at that putt right before him. That must be a really easy putt right there. Both those boys ran those right in the front of the cup.
We now have a tie for the lead, as Kyle Wilshire has birdied 9 to even things up with Gregory Yates at 12 under.
See if we can make it 3 in a row. It looks like it's about 6 feet for 3 for Matthew.
Wow.
3 birdies, 3 players.
Unbelievable.
Can't do much better than that.
No, sir. It's almost like they had a feeling we were live streaming this, right?
That's that shakes things up a little bit. So now you've got Kyle move back into a tie for the lead. That moves Matthew to 7 under, and also gets Trent Whitekiller to 7 under too. So a couple of the guys that started in the lead group are trying to catch back up, recover from a few mistakes earlier in the round.
Alrighty, me and Mike are going to take a quick break. We're going to run some commercials for you here. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
A strong work ethic, takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland, and multiple specialty services.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Red River Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day One sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
A strong work ethic, takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland, and multiple specialty services.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Red River Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day One sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
All right, we're back with you guys here on 18 Green at Texarkana Country Club. We're going to be looking at the 11:13 tee time. I believe Brendan Jelly is going to be our first to go here. Brendan is 2 under on the day, 6 under for the tournament. So if he could get this one to go, we'll move him up to a tie for 5th. Not sure that one was ever high enough, and a little bit disappointed with that effort. We saw 3 really good shots into this flag. This is going to be Chris Meyer from about 6 feet for birdie. A little distracted by something there. Chris will clean that up for his 4. Going to be 3 over par on his round today, and going to finish the tournament at 1 under, and that's going to have Chris at a tie for 29th. So there we see Brendan Jelly finish up his round. That's going to have Brendan finishing at 6 under par for the tournament, 2 under for today, which will leave him solo 10th at the moment. We're going to be watching Jordy LaBarbera play from the left trees here, and tried to take that one up the cart path, and does not look like it's made it out of the left, the trouble on the left side. She's still going to have a little work left to get that ball on the green. Next to play is going to be Catherine O'Donnell. Catherine probably looking at this pin from about 115 yards. Catherine's currently at 4 over on her round today, with a really good shot there. That's going to leave her probably about 12 feet, maybe a little bit more than that for birdie.
All right, we're back. Appreciate you holding down the fort for me, Mike, while I stepped away for a bit. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just making sure that
Yes,
I
sir.
turn my mic
Yes,
up
sir.
there.
So quickly here, while you stepped away, we were talking when we saw the last group of these girls come through over here on 9 that Kennedy was. We talked about how important that par putt was that she made. Well, she managed to grind out that 4 there on 9, and then has turned right back around and gone to 10 and made birdie on 10. So she's closed that lead down to 2 for Amanda Tan. So Kennedy trying to get something going here, and then now goes to the reachable par 5-12. So we'll keep an eye on that group for you.
Gotcha. I've got the scoreboard up for everybody to take a look at. Amanda Tan leads at 7 under. Kenny Pettigrew is 2 behind at 5 under. And what a wonderful golf shot from. Let's see here. That was Ann Yu. Sticks one on the 18th into about 5 feet. Got another approach coming in here from the trees. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure if that's her second or third, but based on where we've seen some of the ladies' tee shots, I think that was probably her third, and it's good and getting better.
That is her third. A fantastic shot from over there. Going to leave her probably about 6 or 7 feet for par.
This is the 11-24 grouping. Catherine O'Donnell, Jordy LaBarbera, and Ann Yu. I'm not sure where they stand on the leaderboard, but maybe Mike can get us an update here shortly as they walk up the ninth fairway.
Well, I'm going to give you an update on the guys real quick. We have been talking about how hot Gregory Yates is, and he shows no signs of cooling off. He's birdied the short par 3-11, and then has gone and birdied number 14, the hardest hole in the golf course. So Gregory has
6 under today.
6 under today has gotten back in front by 1.
And I believe if he posts 7 today, that will be the low round of the tournament here at Texarkana Country Club.
That is correct. That is right.
And that is with 2 playing as a par 4.
You know, we saw him birdie 9. He turns right back around, goes and birdies 11. Then 3 holes later, birdies 14. He has got it going, and does not really show any signs of letting up. That's some steady play right there.
Absolutely. It's hard to fathom being 6 under through 13 out here on a final round.
Yeah, that's what they call being in the zone. And
with these pin placements and
6 birdies through 14 holes.
no bogeys?
No bogeys.
Impressive stuff for real. All right, it looks like first putt going to be Sarah. Wait, whoa, wrong group here.
That's going to be Catherine O'Donnell,
Catherine
I
O'Donnell.
believe.
Yes, sir. Got ahead of ourselves there.
Catherine played a good shot from the fairway. Has probably left herself somewhere around 12 feet here, and has not had the round she wanted today, but could make this and get out of here with something positive.
Haven't seen this putt a whole lot today. Just moving a little left to right up the hill.
It's gonna actually be a little bit down the hill, but yeah, it's definitely going left to right. The slope just behind her is going to affect all these balls all day long down to this pin placement.
That one's going to tail off a bit on the low side. Leave her with a 2-footer to clean up for par here. They're going to let her go ahead and finish.
Yep, so that's going to have Catherine finishing the tournament at +7. Going to have her to tied for 18th at this moment. And we're going to watch Jordy La Barbera try to make this 4, which would be a world-class 4 from where she played her 3rd.
It absolutely would. Couldn't tell if that missed high or low there.
I believe that one slipped off right of the hole there.
And that's one of the things that if you aren't familiar with Texarkana Country Club, the 18th hole, you miss left off the tee, you're going to be in trouble. There's no getting around that.
Yeah,
that's kind of what happened.
There's just really not anywhere to recover. The way the traps and the way this green sits, it's really hard to recover from the left side. If you want to miss this off the tee box, it's much easier to play from that right side over there.
That's a nice birdie putt there.
Yep, good birdie there for Anu.
You see this group walk off the 18th green, and for the rest of the day, we are going to bring you a full setup here from the 8th fairway and green, and looks like we're going to have a pretty good finish out here today. Next group that's going to come through is going to be the men, the 1146 pairing, Walker Lee, Chris Cordy, and Mark Reppy. They have not made their way off the tee just yet, but before they get there, I'll go ahead and get a scoreboard popped up here, an updated scoreboard for you. And it looks like Gregory Yates is still hanging on to that one-shot lead over Kyle Wilshire with Walker Lee, who will be coming in this group in solo 3rd. He's 4 under today.
Yep, good round by Walker today. He's got it going pretty good. we saw Walker started this round with Walker started his round today birdieing 4, 5, and 7, and then birdied 10 and 11 and had a little hiccup on 12, dropped a shot on 12, but a really good round for Walker. If he can make birdie here, would move him to 10 under, and then just have to hang out in the clubhouse and see what happens.
12's not a difficult hole, but if you're not really deep off the tee into this wind from those back tees, it's kind of a risk-reward type of decision on the second shot there. I can recount a few times I've dropped and hit fourth from the fairway.
Yeah, I'm looking here from our tent down at 12, and it looks like that pin's on the right side of 12. I can't tell from here, but if I had to guess, I would bet it's right up on that little front corner there on the front right of 12, which it's a difficult spot, and if you get a little too aggressive there, leave one a little bit short, it can get into that creek. And not saying that's what happened with Walker, but you can get in trouble there if you're not careful. That creek is a challenge in the front of that green.
While we wait for our cameras to get switched over to the guys headed down the fairway, you get a good look at one of the practice greens out here. I will tell you this: if you're looking for a country club to join, just based solely on the practice facility, this is one that's at the top of my list.
This is the whole facility out here is first class. It's to me, it's one of the funnest golf courses to play. We're real fortunate to have a golf course here that we can play day in and day out that is as much fun as this one. And like you said, it's produced a lot of good players. It presents a lot of different challenges and has had a lot of good golfers come out of this country club.
Looks like one of our three did find some trouble off the tee here in the left trees there. Trying to give you that looks like it might be Chris Cordy in the left trees, and it is. Gonna have to hook something low and run it up through the gap between these bunkers in front of this green. Not sure how Chris is playing. Actually, Chris is 1 under today, and it's 6 under for the tournament. So, he's top 9 with a chance to get into the top 8 with a birdie here. But
yeah, Chris has got some local knowledge on the bag with him this week. He's got Garrett May, who missed the cut, but Garrett, a fantastic player in his own right, played 4 years at Baylor. Really good player. He's a member of the Asian PGA Tour, so a lot of hometown, home course knowledge there on the bag for Chris Cordy. I believe we're going to see Mark Rep here play from the right rough first.
he's gonna end up in the front right bunker.
Yeah, I would have to think that was a bad lie. He looked disappointed playing that shot and looks pretty dejected afterwards.
Next up there, we got a good look in the right trees from Chris Cordy. And I'm sure a lot of the members watching this have been faced with something like this out here a time or two.
Including myself. I not certain here, but I think this might be an angle where he can get to the front of this green. That appears to be where he's looking.
a really good look from here. Punches it, moving it right to left,
Yeah, that's really good. This
and running it up. This may end
this
up
may be
fantastic.
phenomenal. So
What a golf shot. Wow. Wow. You could hit that another 40 times and not do that.
now, going from dead to 8 feet for birdie, that's you can't ask for much more than that.
Gonna be honest, that's a ridiculously good golf shot. So back to the fairway with Walker Lee. Comes into this one 9 under for the tournament in solo third. Got a chance to post 10 and just see what happens.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking this left-hander. This is a little bit different for a left-hander. I would think coming from the right side, he's probably trying to turn this back into this flag and use the slope. But a birdie here could go a long way.
Looks like he's leaning a little. Oh boy.
Exactly what we said. Landed it right on that slope. The lefty turning it over and working it back to the hole.
Gonna have a little left to right down the hill.
Probably got about 6 feet left for a 3, and if he can make that, convert that moves him to 10, and keeps him in solo third, 2 shots back of Kyle Wilshire, 3 shots back of Gregory Yates.
And if you didn't see the other member of this group, Mark Reppy, was in trouble in the right rough and got it up to the front, the greenside bunker on the right. So that's another shot that we saw about 12.5 times yesterday. Haven't seen anyone in that bunker today, so this will be the first look we're going to get from the front bunker. And the way these guys are playing, I don't anticipate we're going to see a few any more out of that bunker today, but either got to be in real bad trouble on the right or just a bad miss.
Much more accessible hole location today here on 18. These guys we've already seen. You saw it right there from Walker using the slope to run the ball back down to the flag. So these guys are really able to use the right third of this green to work the ball back over to the hole, and exactly what we saw Walker Lee do right there.
Sure. So Mark looks like he may be just on top of that mound, and he wasn't in the bunker. Not a bad shot from there. Going to leave himself, what, 7-ish feet here for par?
Yeah, about 7 or 8 feet to try to make his 4. You see Chris looking at this putt, and he's got Garrett there taking a look at him too. That's invaluable having somebody like Garrett on your bag that's played in these tournaments. And even really this being Garrett's home course. Garrett's a former Texas High Tiger, so Garrett has played numerous rounds out here on this course, and is very familiar with these greens and the subtleties of them.
Got a good look at him. Getting his read there.
Yeah.
This is Chris Cordy.
Chris needs this one to go. This would move him up to 9th place.
Just misses on the low side there. So Chris is going to post.
It's going to be an
7
even
under.
par round for Chris today. Excuse me. 6 under par round for Chris today. No, 6 under for the tournament. My bad.
That putt's going to be just short, as Mark Reppy can't save par from the bunker. And a big putt coming here for Walker Lee. This is to post 10 under and sit back and just see if the two guys in front stumble down the stretch. So.
Yeah, this is for Walker's 6th birdie today, so he's seen a lot of balls go in the hole. Probably feels good with his putter. This is definitely a makeable putt, and he really needs it. Puts him at 10 under. Would be the leader in the clubhouse.
Just burns the lip, and you could hear the sigh from everyone around the 18th green there. I think we all wanted that one to go.
Yeah, it's tough. That ball just carried a little bit too much speed. Caught a lot of the hole, but managed to spin out.
Either way, excellent round. He's going to post a 4 under 67 for Walker Lee, and he is your clubhouse leader at 9 under par. But with the way Gregory Yates and Kyle Wilshire are playing this afternoon, something tells me it's going to come down to one of those two fellas. But either way, excellent finish for Walker Lee.
Yeah, we're looking at Kyle over on 12. Kyle's right at the top of the hill there on 12, looking down at 12 green. So a decision for Kyle to make over there. That's Kyle's probably got about 210 over there on 12 into the green. We'll keep an eye on this shot. Keep an eye on this shot over on 12 that Kyle is about to play.
That's right. So let's see what group is going to be headed down the 18th fairway next. That's going to be your 1157 grouping of Camilla Serrano, Crystal Cuhue, and Alice Dewan. And I'm going to see if we can't get us an update on the women's APT leaderboard. Get that posted for you. It looks like we're still at 7 under for Amanda Tan, and Kennedy Pedigo is 2 back at 5 under. There we go. You got a good look here while we wait for the next pairing to come down the 18th fairway. These golfers, you can tell that they all travel together. They all know each other really well, and they just congregate because they're rooting for each other. They're going to want to see who gets to hold up that $10,000 check for the ladies here in just a couple minutes. So.
Yeah, we hosted a couple of girls last year at my house, and they got there. Had been in our house for 5 minutes, and we're already picking at each other. All these kids know each other real well and see each other at every stop. So there's a lot of camaraderie out here on these tour, and a lot of really good players, a lot of really good kids out here playing. So we'll give you an update. Kyle Wilshire has decided to lay up over on 12. He did not go at 12 green from the top of the hill, so going to play his third shot from somewhere around about 100 yards out there on 12.
Again, Mike, we appreciate you helping us out these 2 days. It's been a lot of fun, and we appreciate what Complete Computing Solutions does for the game day crowd and for just for Texarkana in general. Again, I'm hoping we have a fantastic finish. So the folks watching, tune in and share this feed and let everybody know we got the leaders coming through here in about 45 minutes. Hopefully, we'll see some serious suspenseful action. But
It's a different day today than we watched yesterday. We watched a lot of kids yesterday. We were real bunched up there at 9 under, 8 under, 7, 6 under. And now you're seeing Gregory Yates put a really good round together. Kyle Wilshire 2 under par chasing him, and then we just watched Walker Lee come through here and finish his round off. Another good round from him, 67 on his round today to finish at 9 under. So you've got these 13s, 12s, 9s. They've kind of separated themselves from the field and put some room between them and the rest of the field, but the way Greg Yates and Kyle Wilshire are going at it right now, it's going to be interesting to see how the next 7 holes play out on this backside. There's a lot of birdie holes back there. They're about to go into the 13th and 14th holes. Should be a fun watch this finish.
Looks like we do have the group. They've hit their tee shots on 18 and are headed this direction. Again, Camila Serrano and Crystal Q. and Alice Dewan. Do we have any one of these 3 making a move today?
Alice Dewan's in good shape, even for the tournament.
That's top 6 right now, right?
You've got Crystal at 4 over, tied for 11th. Not a whole lot changing on the girls' side right now. Amanda Tan, and this is really kind of a 2-horse race right now. Amanda Tan and Kennedy Pettigo playing in the same group. You have to think at this point those girls are going to be on 13. You have to think those 2 are probably looking at this as like a match play tournament from here on. They're Kennedy's 3 shots clear of Juliana Alvarez, and like I say, with Amanda Tan being in the same group, you've got to think that both these girls are watching shot for shot what their competitors doing.
And Alvarez is playing 15, par 5, and obviously 17 is a very birdieable hole out here, so she could post 4 or 5 under if things go her way here and make it interesting for us.
Yeah, we don't know what tee they're playing on 16. We know yesterday the tee was pushed up on 17. Amanda told me that was a hole that she was able to take advantage of yesterday. So some holes coming down the stretch for Julianne and Kennedy and Amanda that they can take advantage of. So we'll see what they do.
Alrighty, let's see if we can figure out who is going to play first. It looks like it's going to be Alice Dewan.
Yep, Alice at 3 under on her round today. She's managed to move herself up 6 spots on the leaderboard to a tie for 8th. If she could manage to make a 3 here, it would get her under par for the tournament and move her up into a tie for 5th. So, not the most ideal angle here. So we'll see where we'll see where Alice plays this too. Like we were talking about earlier, that right side does present you with the opportunity to try to play it into the slope and work it back down that hill. So
can you tell, is she in the rough, the right rough?
She is going to be in the rough there. Her and her caddy look like they're trying to decide what this ball's going to do. You know, we talked a little bit yesterday and earlier in the broadcast about this wind, and we're looking at a flag on 9 that's not moving. We're looking over here at a flag on 18 that appears to be straight down wind. So it'll be curious to see how Alice attacks this pin. So it looks like we're going to see Camila Serrano go ahead and play first.
There it is. And that ball is going to trickle just behind the hole, and it's coming back a little bit. That's a really, really good golf shot.
Yeah, a little bit more accessible hole location today. We've seen it again and again. They're using this slope to work the ball back to the hole. That's a really good leave right there.
Now we're going to have Miss Dewan. She's going to bring this in from the right rough, and Probably not going to have the ability to put a whole lot of spin on this, so I suspect they're talking about what we need to do to hit this on that ridge right in the middle of the green. What do you think, Mike?
I would think that, yeah, that's exactly where they're looking. That looks like where that ball is headed, maybe moving a little bit left.
The follow-through says she didn't like it a whole lot.
Yeah, a little bit short there. Alice, I just looked at Alice's card. Alice has made 6 birdies.
Wow.
3 bogeys.
And you take those 3 bogeys away, she's putting, 2-putting to post 3 under.
That's right.
Last up here is Crystal Q. Again, I hope I've got that right, but knowing me as well as I do not. Another approach here from the right rough, and it looks like Alice Dewan probably caught that a little thick, a little heavy. That's going to be short, but it's going to run and barrel towards the back of the green. Not a bad shot from there.
Not bad at all from that right rough. And you know, Frank, you've taught me this weekend about the a broadcaster's curse. We just talked about there was not a lot of movement in the women's leaderboard. Well, of course, as soon as we say that, we look up and Kennedy Pettigo has made a birdie on 12, and then closed Amanda Tan's lead down to 1. So. Girls, like we were saying, this girls tournament has turned into a match play tournament with Amanda Tan and Kennedy Pettigo, so we'll keep a close eye on that.
Couple really nice shots there. One from the rough, pretty safe play, but gonna have a couple looks at birdie. And we haven't seen this putt either all day from the front of the screen.
Yeah, you know, really, we've seen a lot of good shots here into 18 with this little more accessible pin than yesterday. We've seen the girls and guys really go at this flag, and have not seen a whole lot of shots outside of 20 feet.
First up from the front of the green here, putting from front to back, in the shade, out of the shade. It's going to be Alice Dewan. I haven't seen this one today, but it looks like it's going to be one of the tricky ones. Caddy continue to discuss just exactly what they think this beast of a putt's going to do. I don't know that you could have a longer putt on this green today.
This is going to be one of the longest ones we see today. You're just going to have to throw it up on that ridge and let it come on down.
Really good putt.
Pretty good effort there from Alice.
That's one that I'm certain she'll take all day, every day from there.
Mm-hmm. Just an update over on the guys' side. Chandler Phillips is looks like he's birdied 14 and moved it to 9 under. And then Andrew Presley, that we saw struggle over here on 9 just a little bit ago, it looks like he's birdied 13 to get it also to 9. So we've got 3 guys at 9 under par now. Walker Lee in the clubhouse at 9, and Chandler Phillips on 14 and 13 respectively, trying to chase down our leaders.
And Alice Dewan went ahead and putted out, made her par putt there. You're looking at Crystal Q here for birdie. Another right to lefter, and that is, you said that's a little downhill from there?
It's going to be a little bit downhill, not terribly. Her focus here is going to be this ridge running across the back of this green, and just how much that's going to move that ball to her right.
Another pretty good putt there.
That's where we're seeing most of them coming from the front of the green to this back hole location. We're seeing most of these balls miss low, just not expecting them to turn coming off that hill quite as much as they are.
Not sure what she's asking here. She may be wondering where Dewan's mark is, but Dewan went ahead and played. I'm not sure. Are they looking for an official? Get some advice from a couple players that have finished that said play it as it lies. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what her question was there, but she's going to go ahead and finish.
Camila Serrano here. It's been so long I can't remember if this is a birdie putt or not. I believe it is.
Yes, this is going to be a putt for 3 for her.
And she
There
holds
you go.
Alrighty, as the 1157 group heads off the green, the 1208 group is approaching the 18 tee box. So I'm going to put up the men's scoreboard for you. And again, no change. Gregory Yates is still leading by 1 over Kyle Wilshire. And Greg has finished 15 and did not birdie. 15's par 5, correct?
15 is a par 4. 16
12 gotcha,
12's
sorry.
going to be a par 5. 16 is going to be a par 5.
That's my fault. Apologies to the listeners who are members who are banging their steering wheel or face palming. That's my fault.
You know, we've seen Gregory Yates make 6 birdies already today, and he's still got 16 and 17 to go. So really, really strong round for Greg going so far, and still got a couple opportunities to come.
Alrighty, back with you here. Had a couple fans asking some questions about the leaderboard.
If you want to take a break. Looks like you got some time to take a break.
Hey, Cam.
I don't think it's team. Yeah, they're still on 17.
So in lieu of commercials, I think me and Mike, if you don't mind, are gonna kill the mics for just a minute and take a quick break. Looks like we're gonna have a few minutes before our next group tees off on 18. We'll be back with you here shortly, and we'll just leave the leaderboard up for you. Alrighty, we're going to come back from a break here with a guest. This is going to be Gary DiSerrano, the president of the the WAPT and the APT Tour. Gary, we appreciate you guys allowing us to stream the end of this for you. I hope the golfers are excited that we're here. I hope you've had a chance to kind of check out what we're doing, and it's had a blast. We've had a blast so far, Mike.
Yeah, we really have. We've really enjoyed having the kids here. Tell us a little bit about Texarkana has had the Nike Tour come to town. We've had the Hogan Tour back in the day come to Texarkana. You guys are drawing a lot of good players into this tournament. Obviously, we're looking at Gregory Yates, Kyle Wilshire, some of these guys that y'all have got out here. Kyle Wilshire's played several rounds on the PGA Tour. Just tell us a little bit about these guys and the players y'all have on this tour, the boys and girls that y'all have got playing on this tour, and how y'all have managed to attract players. There's a lot of tours across the country, and it looks like you guys bring in a lot of top talent. You've got a lot of good girls that come in and play, and then obviously you're seeing a lot of guys like Kyle that have a lot of experience playing.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for being here, and it's been fantastic. And I know the folks that have been watching have really gotten to see how good the golf is, even at the third level. That's really what we call ourselves, as the third level. You mentioned the Nike Tour and the Ben Hogan Tour. The growth of the game has evolved, so where there's a need for lower levels for these post-collegiate players to really see what it takes to make a living as a pro golfer, and this is really what we do. Is we attract the best out of college. We also attract the best that maybe have lost their cards and need a place to play. Why do they matriculate to the APT and the WAPT? Probably just the process. 72 holes, cuts. It emulates what they have to do at the next level. And a quality golf course like Texarkana Country Club in Northridge, I mean, that just attracts the players. And we've seen the growth of the game here. I mean, we started with, I think, 132 players the first time, and this year I think we were at 189 for the guys and 80-something for the girls. So we've seen the growth, and they love this place.
So for the folks that are watching, because we've got a following that just follows sports in general, right? Not a whole lot, but not everyone is a hardcore golf fan, and especially at the lower levels like this. Talk about some of the camaraderie between these players. They're all traveling together. They're all typically staying in close proximity. Is it a little different here than it is on some of the other tours? Where are they closer knit, or is it more competitive as the week progresses? We're just curious how that kind of plays out every week.
Well, there's a lot of guys that are buddies out here, but they certainly like to beat each other.
Sure.
And I think as you go up to the higher levels, the friendliness tends to disappear a little bit. It gets a little more cliquey the higher you go. But that's really at every sport. I mean, everybody's rooting for everybody at your level to make it to the next level. But once you make it to the top, then you've kind of got a different world up there. Agents, physical therapists, a team of golfers. Here, you rarely have teams. The teams and the camaraderie are basically your competitors.
So when we do leave and we do finish up here, for the folks that do want to continue to follow the kids that are out here that are exciting, and people that we talked about yesterday, will likely see some of these folks down the road playing in the, I call it the big show because I'm a baseball fan, but how can we continue to follow what you guys are doing moving forward?
Yeah, we've got anything from social handles to a website, and the website's probably the best place to find all that information, and that's apt.golf.
Okay.
And wapt.golf. Our women's tour is officially tied into the LPGA Tour, so we have a natural progression of our top players moving up to the next level, which is the Epson Tour, and then beyond that up to the LPGA Tour.
So can you elaborate a little bit on that for us? We've got the board behind us, which is the race that takes to Stage 2. So is Stage 2 the Epson Tour?
Well, Stage 2 is just like qualifying school. There's Stage 1, Stage 2, and then finals. And then what you're going to find is that all of the girls, when they get to Stage 2, basically have a second level card, Epson Tour card. You can better your position at second stage, but everybody pretty much ends up playing. So the top 5 ladies will get an Epson Tour card for next year, and we're really happy to see that. Last year's top 5, we've already had winners on the Epson Tour, and several of them in the top 10 on the money list, so they'll be on the LPGA next year.
While we're talking the ball, you see there Joey Cron put 1 to 3 feet here on 18 from the middle of the fairway, and last to play here on the 18th in this particular group is going to be Sam Fedone, who Sam's had a heck of a day today. I believe Sam is 3 under coming into the 18th and put himself in position to be in a tee for 6 here. So I'm not sure how the pay scale works, but this could bump him up to solo 5th with a birdie here on 18.
Yeah, that'll be a good payday. Sam's a multi-winner on the APT, and actually took a break from golf. Wasn't sure that it was for him after winning a few times and not really making it to the next level. He went and got a real job and found out very fast he appreciated what he had before, and he's back at it, and he's doing very well.
And from the folks I have talked to, they said if there's one guy you want to hang out with outside of the tour, this would be the man. Sam's quite a character from what I hear.
He is.
Sam's going to have about 90 yards here out of the left rough to this right pin.
That's not his best.
Yeah, it's probably going.
Something that we've seen the last couple of days. When the wind spikes here at 18, you may not be able to feel it down there. So again, Sam's not going to be real pleased with that. But we'll get the camera back on us as we wrap up here with again Gary V. Serrano, president of the tours out here.
You know, Gary, one thing it's great to see when y'all come to town, and you were talking about it a little bit, is as y'all have come to town, the entry, your number of entries has grown. You can come out here and watch these kids, and you don't have to spend a lot of time out here to realize that the game of golf is in a really good place right now. Y'all have got some really good players, a lot of young kids. I think it was Amanda Tan we were talking to yesterday. Is this Amanda's first year out here as a professional?
It is. Yeah.
I mean, that right there, that's hard to believe that she comes out yesterday, shoots 66, and this is her first year out as a professional, and now she's one shot ahead of Kennedy Pedigo as they play the 13th hole.
Kennedy has birdied the 13th, so we are all square in that match play, headed to 14.
We discussed this just a few minutes ago. They've now stretched their lead out to 5. So with them being in the same group, they've gone from playing a stroke play tournament to a match play tournament, and you've got really two strong competitors here going at each other in Amanda Tan and Kennedy Pedigo.
And that's really what we try to do here, is get them in a competitive situation. You always learn when you get in those situations, whether you've got the game or you've got the mental game. And we've seen some successes and we've seen some failures, but you don't grow unless you fail.
You know, just to elaborate on the talent that y'all bring in, and is Kennedy Pedigo, I've learned over the last couple of days has got quite a pedigree. Dad played college golf at UNLV. I believe a brother and a sister that are quite good golfers there. So, again, just there's a lot of talent on this tour.
Yeah, and she's the youngest of the 3 children of Kevin. And Kevin was a good player, but his daughters are better.
I'm sure he'll appreciate you saying that today. So we're going to have a look here at Tyson Reeder.
I think Sam's going to be first to play.
It looks like they're
the
gonna
pin's
let
out.
Sam
I
go
got a
first.
feeling Tyson's not going to attempt that with no flag in. So Sam's got a long birdie putt here again. This could potentially take Sam to 9 under and tie him for 3rd. The leaderboard, oh boy, we've got quite an update for you here shortly. We now have 4 golfers at 9 under par tied for 3rd. This could add Sam's name to that group if he can make a bomb here on 18.
Oh, just missed. It's good.
Really good run at that.
That angle right there, Frank's going to be one of the few places that you'll have a flat run towards that hole. I think Sam was expecting that ball to move back right a little bit more than it did, and just barely missed on the high side.
Tyson Reeder missed long and right, but it hung on, I believe, into the... I thought it was a shortcut there, but I'm not sure. It looks like he's got the putter out, so...
Yeah, I think the ex-University of Arkansas Razorbacks got a pretty good look at this. Oh, and hits the hole and spins out. And that's going to leave him about 5-6 feet coming back.
Looks like we do have the next group headed down the 18 fairway, so won't be a huge break in action here shortly.
Very nice.
Good recovery there to clean that 4 up. So Gary, y'all are obviously, we're finishing up y'all's final day here on Saturday at Texarkana Country Club. Where do y'all head next?
Well, actually, for the men, this is it.
This is
for the spring. We're getting right into qualifying season, and a few state opens here between now and first stage of Q school. But the guys are really now their focus is on qualifying school. We'll have some tournaments in the fall and October for them to regain and prepare over the winter. The women, we're going down to Beaumont, Texas to play Beaumont Country Club next week. Looking forward to it. It's a great golf course. It's our tour finale. We'll crown our top 5 on the PXG race to stage 2, and we're expecting some heat.
So where will the men go in the fall? Do they stay in the South? Do y'all pretty much stay down here in the South all year?
We do. I mean, we're based in Dallas. We'll have a couple of tournaments in Dallas, a couple in Louisiana, and I think we're going to have a team championship up in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Got to look at Kinsey Wright, who's going to hit her approach into 18 first. See if we can find Kinsey on the leaderboard, see how she's fared today.
Kinsey's going to be 2 over for the day, 4 over for the tournament. And that's going to have her tied for 12th for the weekend.
Scratch that. That is not going to be Kinsey Wright playing first. That is going to be Wei Young Kei, who, if I recall, yesterday hit a marvelous shot into 18. She is playing from what looks like position A here on 18, Mike. I can't tell if that drifted into the rough there or not.
I believe she's just going to be in the first cut there.
Oof. There you go.
And
All
just
right.
about one hopped it in the hole there. Really good shot
And
there.
actually, that was Kinsey. This is Kay. This is Kay right here in the pants. Interesting. Kay sisters. There's 3 of them that play. One had to go back because her visa ran out. All from New Zealand.
Huh.
All 3 sisters play professional golf.
Wow.
Family of good players right there.
So this is Wei Young. Wait, is it Win Young Kei?
Yes.
So Win Young Kei from Mike, as a member out here, at what, 105, 110 yards here?
She's going to be right there at the 100-yard marker. This pin's a little bit deep. I would think you're right, somewhere around about 105 or so.
Either way, pretty good position here at 18 to go right at it. And she's holding the finish. She appears to like it. And it lands just past the hole, and it's going to come going to get a little bit better. Pretty good approach there from Kay.
We have really seen both the girls and the men firing at this flag today. It has been much more common for us to see a ball close here on 18 than not be close today. So they're really going at this flag.
So Gary, before we let you go, is there a message you'd like to get out to everyone who's checking in today for the first time at the APT and the WAPT Tour?
Yeah, it's just if you've got interest in golf, let's follow these young people, root them on, because as we all knew, we started sometime in our professional world, and it was nice to have some cheerleaders and some fans. So I just encourage you to follow them, reach out to them on social media, just tell them that you're watching them and following them, and I think that'd be what we'd ask for.
Awesome. Well, Gary, we really appreciate you taking some time to talk with us a little bit, and you're more than welcome to stay as long as you'd like. If I'm sure you've got a lot to do, but you're more than welcome to pop in and call some action anytime you'd like.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to mention something about this last young lady to hit, Miranda Wang. She graduated from Duke a few years ago. Very good player. I don't think she's having the best week for her, but she's a winner, and she's one of our top 5 on the points list. So
Okay, wow.
she's a quality player. So, guys, thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate being here, and really appreciate you guys being out here.
We really appreciate
showing
you
it
guys
off.
being here. It's great for the city of Texarkana to have you guys here. Obviously, we've really enjoyed hosting y'all and had a lot of fun over the years watching the players out here and watching a lot of good golf.
Well, and you're watching the British Open. You're seeing a young man that finished 3rd here a couple of years ago, Cameron Young. So
That's right. We
what I
had a
heard.
little conversation about Cameron Young yesterday. I was telling Frank while we were sitting out here. I was sitting in the grill yesterday afternoon listening to Art talk about Cameron. Art played in the Pro-Am with Cameron a couple of years ago, and he said he teed off on 1 with Cameron and didn't know anything about him, and he said they finished 18 and Art knew that he'd seen something special, which now obviously the entire world knows about Cameron Young. So again, we keep saying this, but a lot of really, really good players coming through this tour, a lot of good players coming through Texarkana, and again, we have enjoyed having y'all here and appreciate you and the tour coming to Texarkana and to Texarkana Country Club and to Northridge Country Club.
thank you. You guys have a good rest of the day.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Really appreciate Gary DeSerrano sitting down with us and talking for a minute. I got a really cool tour out here. Uh, I love the idea. I love the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a vibe guy, right? You're the golf guy. I'm the vibe guy. I love it all.
This tour is interesting, and Gary kind of talked about it a little bit. You're kind of at that level where these guys have played some golf together in college and spend some time together playing. There's a lot of camaraderie on this tour, but not today. We're all business today.
Looks like that one's going to leak a little right on her.
Yeah, not a bad leave though, by Miranda Lang. She's go ahead and clean that up.
And again, Derry told us she's in the top 5, and I believe the top 5 are going to advance to the tour between here and the LPGA Tour.
That's right. That's going to be the equivalent of the Corn Ferry for the men. That's the Epson Tour. But sounds like Miranda's got one more tournament left, and she's going to bump her competition a level.
And after Kennedy Pettigo birdies 13, she drops one at 14. So Amanda Tan just churning along here at 2 under par for the day, and 7 under with a 1-shot lead.
You know, so far the word of the last 2 days for Amanda has been consistency. We keep bringing this up, and I hope we don't jinx her here. But again, we're through 32 holes with no bogeys for Amanda Tan.
Wow. That's a good birdie there.
Yep, confident stroke
for Win Young K. Good birdie for Kay there. And to finish off here with this group for birdie, this is Kinsey Wright. Hit a pretty good shot in there.
and another 3.
That's right. So the 12-19 group finishes 2 under on 18 as a group.
Yep.
I don't want to count the chickens and eggs before they hatch here, but I think Wang is probably going to clean this up for par. And she does. Looks like it's going to be a minute before our next group makes their way up the 18th fairway. So now I'm going to take my break. I'm going to run inside for just a moment, and we'll be back with you here in just a couple minutes. Alrighty, we're back. Looks like we've got the group coming down the 18th fairway. The group that is containing our leader.
So while we were away, Greg Yates has continued his rampage around this golf course. We're up to 7 birdies today for Mr. Yates and does not have a bogey on the card. He's currently sitting...
It looks like he's currently at 14 under for the tournament, but Kyle Wilshire has made a move to 13. Is this Greg? Let's see if we can find Mr. Yates here.
It's going to be Greg in the right rough here. He's going to be last to play on this hole.
Fairly certain you don't get there without hitting the driver off this tee today. So he will be last to play here on the 18th. Looks like first to play today in the 12:30 group is going to be Tanner Gore. There he is, getting warmed up here. Tanner's looks like he might have tee shot might have drifted into the right rough.
Yeah, he's going to be in the second cut over there. This is that angle that we've talked about. They're probably trying to play this just to the middle of the green and let the green work it back to the hole.
Tanner's approach is away here at 18, and it's going to come up short, and it may have ended up in the front right bunker.
There's a good chance that ball rolled right back down into the bunker, and not where he was expecting that to end up.
Next to play is going to be, looks like Greg Yates himself, our leader by 1. With a chance to, a par here, he posts 14 under, but he's driven this to where I don't know that he'd be all the way happy with 14 under, but his approach is away, and he's hit one in there pretty solid. That should come back and get a little better for him.
That ball has worked its way up the hill a good little bit. It's gaining speed and working back down to the hole. He's going to have 6 feet for an 8 under round today.
8 under 63 on this golf course on a final round with 30 grand on the line. That is playing some golf, sir.
Yeah, the man from Mansfield, Texas has had himself quite a day today. While we're waiting here, I was going to mention, we were just talking about Greg's got it about 6 feet for his 8th birdie on the day, but we may be surprised, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are not surprised by this round. Greg is a previous winner on the APT Tour, made it to the Korn Ferry Finals in 2019, and obviously a really, really good player. Played in 3 USAMs as an amateur, and definitely has it going today.
Blake Elliott looks like he just missed the bunker. His little pitch shot ends up 6-7 feet short. He'll have that for par.
Yeah, it looks like Blake has got a chance to finish inside the top 10 even today. not the round he was wanting today on the final round out here.
Looks like Tanner Gore did find the green side bunker. So this is the first guy we've seen today playing out of this bunker. And he comes out low and running, but not quite enough. He's gonna have looks like 16, 17 footer back up that hill for par.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky little bunker shot. You don't want to get too aggressive with it.
Looks like Tanner Gore is going to be first to putt. His attempt to save par from the greenside bunker on 18. Tanner's 5 under on the tournament. A missed par putt here drops him from tied for 13 to tied for 18, so this is a fairly important putt. And he misses it on the low side there. See here that Greg Yates yesterday eagled 17. Blake Elliott for par. Can't get that to go, but that sets up our leader Gregory Yates with a really good look at birdie here on 18 to post an unbelievable round of 63 in the final round and 15 under total for the tournament.
Yeah, I would have to think that as hot as he's been today, this is just a formality for the former Texas A&M Aggie.
Either way, he's going to be your clubhouse leader.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. And 8 under 61. What has to be, I don't want to say that because he's a really good golfer, but one of the better rounds of his life when it meant the most here today. the Texarkana Country Club on the
So
APT Tour.
that is going to put Greg in the clubhouse at 15 under. And we're now seeing that Kyle Wilshire has moved to 11 under par and dropped a couple shots. So Gregory Yates in the clubhouse with a 4-shot lead, and Wilshire playing the 15th hole.
We're going to head back out to the 18 fairway as the 1241 grouping of Erica Smith, Ann Parmenter, and Julianne Alvarez set for their approach shots. Alrighty, looks like next up here in this group we're going to have Ann Parmenter. Looks like it may have trickled into the right rough there. And Ann is 1 over for the tournament, tied for 9th. And a birdie here gets her into a tie for 5th with a group there at even par. So, a little bump and play on the line, a bump and pay on the line here for Ann if she can put one close. And I believe Greg Yates that just finished, was he the golfer on 17 yesterday that hit that shot to save bogey from behind our tent?
You're right. I just thought about that.
Think
That's
about
exactly
what
right.
that shot did for him overnight.
Hadn't even
I
thought
knew I
about
recognized
that,
him from
but
somewhere.
That is 100% correct. Played that ball over the tent and got it up and down for par on 18 yesterday.
Bogey, remember he scolded out of the bunker to get there.
I am seeing here that it looks like Amanda Tan has now stretched it back out to a 2-shot lead through 15 holes. Kennedy Pedigo 1 under par for today. Amanda Tan 2 under par. Amanda sitting at 7 and Kennedy at 5. So still these two girls going back and forth at it with 3.
Yeah, and Kennedy had birdied 2 in a row to match at 7, and it appears lost a couple strokes somewhere there on the backside. And Amanda's doing exactly what Amanda had to do today, just steady hand. Well, I don't know, but I have to imagine this is a 3rd shot from down here.
Yep, this is going to be the 3rd shot coming from just short right of the green.
That is Julianne Alvarez.
Playing this ball over this bunker.
Julianne is solo 3rd right now, so 2 strokes back of 2nd place. So this is where if you let something snowball on here, it could cost you some money.
Yep.
Here, so solo 3rd at 3 under for the tournament. And the approach, not bad from there. It's going to leave herself 20 foot or so back up the hill for par. Or maybe down the hill.
Yep, Julianne with the best round of the day for the girls going right here. She's got it 4 under par, and she's probably going to have about 20 feet left to stay 4 under par.
And that's the thing about these tournaments, Mike. You just never know. She started the day 1 over, goes out and going to cash a 3rd place check if she can 2-putt this thing likely. You're never out of it. Just ask Greg Yates.
Yeah, you know, golf is a funny game. There's days that you'll walk away from it scratching your head, and then you have days like Greg had today where everything seems to go right. And just a phenomenal trip around this golf course today to shoot a 8 under par 63 for Greg.
You can see the leaderboard there. Julian Alvarez's name is there in solo 3rd at 3 under par. But before she makes a putt at par here, we're going to have an attempt from, it looks like she avoided the bunker. Well, I was wrong. Let me see here. Yeah, this is Julian Alvarez. I'm sorry. My page says Navy shorts, and there's a couple of them with Navy shorts. So this is Julian Alvarez, her third. Uh-oh. Go,
Ooh.
go, go!
Really,
That will be
really
a tap
good
in
shot
par.
there. That ought to solidify that 4-under round and a really good finish for Julianne. She's going to get to the house at 3-under par, and looks like that'd be good enough for a third place finish.
And with Amanda and Kennedy's, I don't know about inexperience, but out here on the tour, you never know. You know, this course can jump up and bite you if nerves get in and start coming to play.
You're right. Amanda and Kennedy both a couple of the younger players on this women's tour, and so now we've got Julianne posting a 3-under par in the clubhouse. So we'll see how that holds up.
And Erica Smith is going to be up next. Her birdie attempt.
Yeah, it's been a tough week for Erica. She's started the week with a 68 and has struggled since. Erica's also in the race for stage 2, so probably a little bit disappointed this week.
I'll tell you what, I am very much off my game on this 18th green for this particular group. This is Ann Parmenter for par. Just misses on the low side there. So Ann is going to wrap things up at 2 under for the tournament, 2 over for the tournament. I'm sorry. And that will currently give her a solo 10th as things sit now. Now we've got Erica Smith for birdie. Looks like before we bring him on, we've got Brad Dalkey from the right rough. Might have some tree trouble there out of the right rough. And joining us while we watch this approach is Gregory Yates, our clubhouse leader by 3. Greg, you shot 63 today. And if I recall, the last time I saw you, you were hitting 4 from behind our tent, and I grabbed his arm so tight I thought the thing was going, and that was the shot of the week for us here at 18.
Yeah, it was
is one way to make bogey, I guess.
Well, Greg, it looks like right out of the gate today you went and started on the difficult par 4 1, made birdie there. How did you make your birdie there on 1?
I actually hit it in the right trees and hit like a slice 9-iron from like 130 yards to about 8 feet and made the putt.
So make birdie on 1, and then Greg, you made a lot of birdies today, but went right out of the gate, birdied difficult 1, then went right to 4, birdied 4. The 2 hardest par 4s on that side of the golf course, both make birdie on those. We watched you here at 9 make about a 6-7 footer there for birdie. And then make the turn and go right over to 14 and make birdie. Obviously, for somebody to make 8 birdies on a day, you had to feel really good over it. Where on the golf course did it start to click for you, where you thought maybe I can make a run here?
Yeah, I was kind of. I mean, when I birdied 1 out of the trees because I had a bad tee shot and was still able to. I was just praying for par, and after that, I was pretty clean with most of my approaches all day. I could have been. I missed about 3 or 4 inside of 10 feet that were pretty makeable.
So coming into the final round, did you have a number in mind that, hey, if I can just go out and get here, I've got a shot?
I thought 64, 7 under, so 14 total.
And just went out and casually knocked it out, huh?
Basically. Yeah.
It's amazing. Absolutely wonderful round of golf from you today.
Yeah, thanks.
Greg, we know you played golf at Texas A&M. We know you've got some experience on the PGA Tour. Tell us a little bit how your past golf experience has helped you get around Texarkana Country Club and obviously post the best round we've seen this week when you had to have it.
Yeah, just kind of the not letting the little things bother you too much. That was always something I've kind of learned just playing in so many tournaments is there's always another tournament, another shot to hit. Just suck it up and move on.
Well, you didn't have to suck much up today. You looked like you came right out of the gate ready to get to work. I'm not sure if you know where you stand, Greg. It looks like right now Kyle Wilshire is through 15 holes, and he looks like he's 3 back with 3 to go.
Yeah.
So a really great round. Congratulations, Gregory. And
can I interrupt you? We're watching Chandler Phillips here from the short side, needing par to post 10 under and be clubhouse in clubhouse top 3. So big up and down for him here if he can pull that off. So back to you guys. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Chandler. Have you been to Texarkana Country Club before?
Yeah, I played this tournament, I want to say 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I played it in high school at Texas High's tournament once.
Okay. Where did you play high school golf?
Mansfield High School.
Okay. Well, obviously you've got some familiarity with this golf course. Have you posted around this low playing here previously?
I think I missed the cut last time I was here.
Well, I'd say you've made up for that
Yeah.
memory and may have replaced it with a
Yeah.
really good one here. But Greg, phenomenal round. We talked yesterday to a couple of guys that played bogey-free rounds, but we did not talk to anybody that had a bogey-free round with 8 birdies. So really good playing that today. Getting around this golf course in this heat at 8 under par is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, thanks. I appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank y'all.
Alrighty, we appreciate Greg for hopping on with us. And I was about to say, it looks like that's the round of the tournament here, but Thomas Johnson fires a 62 today. To finish 9 under par. Scratch that, I am way off base there. Greg Yates does have the low round of the course here this week. It's been a long weekend for me, Mike. We are looking at Brad Dahlke's birdie attempt from the right rough here on 18. Gonna clean that up for par. Mitchell Meisner. Said his name a few times yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about Mitchell a little bit yesterday. Made a little bit of a run up the leaderboard yesterday, and has appeared to have fought it a little bit today, but able to clean that up right there.
And again, we talk again. This is Chandler Phillips, and this is for par to post 10 under. And at the moment, he's tied for third. So this would be a fairly huge putt for this young man.
Yeah, and being that it's a guy's last tournament of the year, this is not only for a check, this is for points. So these matter.
That's a heck of an up and down, short-sided here on this 18th green. Haven't seen anybody else down there today. So nice round for Chandler Phillips today, 3 under par. And he is going to sit tied for third in the clubhouse. Alrighty, we are going to take a few commercial breaks, and we're going to come back, and hopefully we'll be uninterrupted all the way to the finish. We'll be right back after these words from our game day sponsors.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
A strong work ethic, takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland. and multiple specialty services.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Red River Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day One sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Alrighty, welcome back. And you are looking at Sarah Ree in the fairway at 18. And as we were away, Kennedy Pettigo doubles the 16th and brings Sarah Ree into solo fourth at 1 under. Julian Alvarez is now tied with her. I've got the scoreboard pulled up here for you. Julian Alvarez and Pettigo are tied for second at 3 under. And Miss Ree has a chance here to post 2 under. And if things go her way, we're looking at a possible solo third or third place finish for Miss Ree. It looks like she trickled into the right rough. Her perch is on the way. And right at it. No spin at all out of that rough, but it's going to hang on.
Yeah, it worked out okay. A little bit, I'm not sure that's where she was trying to play that ball, but worked out all right and got about a 15-foot birdie putt coming back down the hill.
Next up is Amanda Kim. And Amanda is even par. And if she is able to birdie 18, that moves her up to a tie for fourth.
Yeah, this group definitely still has a lot to play for. These girls are still in good spot and definitely still fighting.
Looks like she's got a wedge in her hand here.
Phenomenal shot right there.
Excellent golf shot. Pin high, just right, back up the hill, right to left her. Probably, if you could dial it up where you'd want it, putting here at 18.
Yep, and she'll have what looks like to be about 8 feet to get her under par for the week.
And Allison Weirhead is in the same boat at even par with a chance here to get this thing to fourth place with a birdie. She's holding the finish of her wedge, and for good reason. That ball is going to end up 4 feet, 5 feet left of the flag.
Really good shot there by Allison. She's had a tough day today. 3 over for the day, but if she could knock that in, that will also get her under par for the week.
3 fantastic golf shots into 18 here.
You know, going back to what we were talking about just a minute ago, we've seen Kennedy Pettigo make she made a bogey on 14, a bogey on 15, and then made a double on 16. And her competitor playing in the same group, we've talked about this and mentioned it, but now we're at 34 holes for Amanda Tan with no bogeys.
That's insanely impressive.
That's how you win golf tournaments.
That's how you win a lot of golf tournaments.
Yeah, and Amanda is fifth in the race to stage 2. This finish here is going to be very helpful for Amanda Tan. I would think that we're on our way to seeing Miss Tan on the Epson Tour.
So she's currently in the top 5 already. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, something tells me a win's not going to knock you out of there.
Yeah, I think this is a name we're probably going to hear in the future too.
I'm not sure who's going to be first to putt here, but actually I am sure who's going to be first to putt here. That is going to be Sarah Ree, whose approach trickled towards the back of the green and in the first cut there. And I haven't seen that side of the green. How much room does she have before it gets into the thick stuff over there?
Well, the backside of this green is shaved. So really the danger here is if that ball goes another 6 inches to a foot, it goes another 25 yards down the hill. So a good break here. She's got about 15 foot left. This ought to move back to her left. A little bit downhill.
Fairly aggressive with that one. She's going to have a look at par, though. Yeah, when you say that, so the other side of that green is shaved like this here. So, goodness, I can imagine how difficult that shot would be today. This is Amanda Kim for an attempt that would be a massive birdie to get her 1 under par, tied for 4th. And money.
Yep.
So she's going to post 1 under and be the leader in the clubhouse. But Amanda Tan's having another one of those days.
Yeah, good solid stroke there. Knocks it in for the birdie on her last hole. Get herself back under par. It's a good week for her.
And Muirhead is in the same situation here. This birdie gets her to 1 under and to tie the clubhouse lead. Tied for 4th on the course. And that's good. 2 birdies here at 18 for the next to last group for the ladies. And the ladies, the leaders, Amanda Tan and Kennedy Pettigo, are through 16. Amanda's still hanging on to a 4-shot lead.
Yeah, a little bit of work left here for Sarah Ree. Looks like this is only about 3 feet.
Kyle Wilshire's through 12 at 15, I'm sorry, 12 under. Has to know he needs to finish birdie, birdie, birdie. And I'm not sure if we go to a playoff here or how they handle that on the APT Tour, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'd like to find out. Pretty good putt from there, so nice par save for Sarah Reed. And it looks like we do have a group gathering on the 18th tee, so it won't be too long before we get you back out to the action. It'll be Thomas Johnson, Chad Sewell, and Andrew Presley. And Andrew Presley is currently 11 under, solo 3rd. Birdie here could tie Kyle, so he's got a ton to play for as well.
Yep, good round going for Andrew. Only blemish on his card today, made bogey on 9. Has made 5 birdies, came right out of the gate, birdied 1, birdied 11, 13, and 17. So he's coming off a birdie on 17. Needs one here to catch Kyle Wilshire.
That's right. I'm going to pop this men's leaderboard up while we wait for him to tee off. Give us a couple seconds, maybe a minute or two to just talk about, again, Texarkana Country Club. How beautiful it is. It's kind of hidden here in Texarkana. I wouldn't have had any idea that something like this existed here if I wouldn't have come out and seen it firsthand.
You know, most people don't. We have a lot of people come visit that are really surprised that this golf course is here. It's a number 2 golf course in the state of Arkansas. It's an old golf course. It's just a beautiful layout. It works its way through this property and manages. It goes up hills, down some hills. You've got elevation changes. It works its way through the back 9 through what used to be forest here. Before the golf course was built, there was actually a railroad track that ran down the front side of the golf course where they hauled lumber out of here. The lake on the front 9 was built to fill steam engines to haul lumber out of this area back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. But a really beautiful piece of property. It's a really great place to play golf, and we're just really lucky here in Texarkana to have something like this here.
Yeah. Good news is the cloud cover waited 48 hours to show up.
That's about right.
We do have some now. That's why you got a little crisper view on your camera here. It looks like we do have the group headed down the 18th fairway. And I see a ball in position A here. And a pink shirt headed toward it. And that is Chad Sewell. So once we get our cameras back out that direction, we'll bring you some more action. 3 groups left here to finish up, and we will see both leaders coming through here in the next 20 to 25 minutes, I would suspect. Again, it's another shout out to some of our sponsors that allow us to continue to allow us to do some of these things, some of these great things for kids and athletes in Texarkana. State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center, a couple places that have been with us for the long haul. Got to look there at Andrew Presley, the man himself, who is playing here with a chance to birdie 18 and draw even with Kyle Wilshire, tied for second. So again, this is my first APT tournament, so I'm not sure of the pay jump, but jumping from 3rd to 2nd is significant in any tournament anywhere. So big hole here.
Yep. Andrew has put a really good round together. Obviously in a really good position here to try to get another birdie and jump up, getting one more shot on Kyle Wilshire.
Alrighty, so Andrew Presley is set for his approach here at 18. Nothing more than a wedge in his hand, I wouldn't imagine.
I'm going to guess he's got about 120 yards to this flag. No, probably like you've been saying today, I'm sure he knows his situation, knows he needs to get this close.
Got a bit of I don't want to call it a backstop, but left is obviously a much better miss here than right. But like you said, you're going flag hunting here. Uh-oh, he doesn't like it. And that's going to be a tough putt. But long and left is better than long and right. But he's going to have a tricky one up and over that ridge here at 18.
Yeah, a little bit of a pull there coming in. Going to leave him a pretty tough putt to navigate coming back down that hill.
And Chad Sewell is up here. Chad comes into this one 8 under for the tournament, 1 under for the day. Tied for 7th. The birdie here gets him to 6th. And a little pay jump. So every shot we see from here on out is going to be pretty important for these people, for these guys and girls. Approach is on the way. Ooh, whoa. Wow. That almost flew directly in the hole.
That ball landed inside a foot and has finished about a foot from the hole. So you would expect that to be a 3.
You can see the smile on his face from here. And last up to play here is Andrew Presley. Wait, that's a... Scratch that. Thomas Johnson. Thomas puts one in there. What, 16, 17 feet short?
Yep.
They're going to have two good looks at it, and a third, a little bit more difficult here from the back of the green.
Yeah, that's looks like we're going to have a little kick in here for Chad Sewell. Ought to move him to 9 under. That would tie him with Walker Lee in 6th place. So
Kyle Wilshire has parred the par 5 16. Headed to the drivable par 4 on some days. Not sure where the tee box is set up today, but he's got some work to do coming in.
yeah, even being a reachable par 4, he's those bogeys. He's put himself in a hole,
And as this group approaches the green, the got a couple looks here at Bird, and the Tan and Pedigo group set the tee off on the 18th. Tan's hanging on to a 4-shot lead, playing 18 here, looking for her first win of the season here on the APT Tour. First up is going to be Andrew Presley, and what is a pretty important attempt here.
Yep, this one is
A 2-putt here finishes him solo 3rd. A birdie puts him in a tie for 2nd with Kyle Wilshire.
yeah, this one's all about the speed. It's obviously going to be moving back to his right, but this putt just barely has to crest that hill, and it'll carry itself on down to the hole. So speed is ultimately the most important thing on this one right here.
Here's Presley's attempt with a long birdie for the back of the 18th green. He's telling it to slow down. A lot of pace.
Yeah, that ball started moving right early and just continued to go right. He's going to have about 8 to 10 feet coming back for a 4.
Looks like next up we're going to have Thomas Johnson here with a run at birdie. And Thomas is 10 under par. The chance to get to 3rd place. A birdie here. He ties Andrew Presley.
Got a potential flip-flop here. Andrew makes bogey and Thomas makes birdie. They're going to switch spots, and Thomas will move into 3rd place by himself.
Can't get that birdie putt to fall, but par on 18, and this is going to be Presley's attempt to remain solo third. Big putt here coming for Andrew Presley. And he gets it to go.
Really good putt there by Andrew. That's a tricky little putt coming back up that hill. So that keeps Andrew one back of Kyle, solo third right now. We'll see what happens.
While we finish up here with Chad Sewell, I'm going to, this is a kick-in birdie. I'm going to pull up the ladies' scoreboard as they play 18 here.
Good birdie. Good birdie.
Best approach we've seen today at 18, almost jarred it from the fairway. See if we can set you up what's happening here on the 18th. Got to look there. That's Kennedy Pettigo, who is currently tied for second, 4 back. Amanda Tan is leading. That's Kennedy in the orange skirt.
Tough day for Kennedy today. She's got two doubles on the card. She's made 6 birdies today.
Wow.
But has got 2 bogeys, 2 doubles on the card, and really let her get it away from her back here on the back nine.
Julianne Alvarez is in the clubhouse at 3 under, so a birdie here gets Kennedy a solo second. That's going to be left of the ridge here on 18. It's going to leave her a fairly tricky birdie putt, but safe play from the right rough. Then we are looking at Kara Gourlay here in the, I'm not sure if that's the rough or not, but Kara's even par. The chance to get to 4th with a birdie here on 18. That ball should make its way back towards the flag, but it's going to end up 25, 30 feet short. And we're going to head down to our leader, who has played her behind off the last few days. This is Amanda Tan, 4-shot lead. Bombed it off this tee. Has nothing but a little wedge in out of the rough here.
Yep, staring it down.
Loves it. and it is trickling towards the hole, turning right back at the cup. And Amanda Tan's going to have a 3.5 footer to win this golf tournament by 5. What a golf shot.
2 birdies on the front nine for Amanda. Looks like she's got about a 3-4 footer for her 3rd birdie, and to complete 36 holes without a bogey.
Unbelievable golf from Amanda Tan on this golf course under these conditions with this much pressure. We're going to be seeing her name a ton in the future, I think, Mike.
You know, she talked to us yesterday and told us she was just going to take what the golf course gave her today, and that looks like that's what she's done. She's gone out and made a whole bunch of pars and a couple birdies where she had opportunities, and that's exactly what she needed to do today.
And on the flip side, Julianne Alvarez went out and fires a 68, gets herself all the way up to 2nd place.
Yeah, this little putt going down the hill is going to be important for Kennedy. She needs to make par here to tie 2nd and not fall back into 3rd place.
We've seen a couple of these today. They swing so hard to the right that it can easily, especially downhill, down grade. This one could get away from her if she's not careful.
Yeah, and the problem here is you don't want to throw it up on this hill and let it gain speed and let it race past the hole. That's why we've seen so many balls underneath this hole. We'll see how Kennedy navigates this putt.
This view here gives you a bit of an idea of what Kennedy's got in front of her here, directly
Kennedy.
behind her. It's just over a mound, back down the hill to the right, down green. It's just a tricky putt.
Kennedy has got her dad on the bag with her this week, and Dad's a very accomplished golfer in his own right. He played golf at UNLV, so the advice Dad can give here is invaluable.
And again, this putt is for solo second. But as we've discussed, you can't be too aggressive here because then you're in solo third. All right, I think she's ready. Not a bad putt from there at all, Mike.
Yeah, that's a good effort. That'll get her 4 and get her in the clubhouse tied for second. You just can't be aggressive with that one. If you do, that's when it can get away from you and turn into trouble.
That's right. Amanda Tan is going to move her mark and let Kennedy go ahead and finish here, it looks like. Scratch that. No, she is not. Kara Gourlay is going to putt out here. And Kara is even par. This putt gets her to a tie for fourth. Shouldn't be much work left there for her 4. So Kara hopefully is in at even par, and something tells me they're gonna both try to finish. So Amanda Tan can putt out here.
Yeah, I think
what's inevitably going to be her victory.
I think they're gonna clean this up and give her the stage, which she deserves.
We were both incorrect, so this is going to be Amanda Tan to get to 8 under and win this golf tournament by 5 strokes.
Pretty good week for Amanda Tan, considering this is her first year out on this tour.
Unbelievable. What I have to assume is her first time seeing Texarkana Country Club on top of that. Kara Gourlay here to clean up her 4 to finish this tournament at even par. Tied for 7th. And that's in there. And here's a big putt for Kennedy. Kennedy Pedigo. This is to finish T3, or T2, I'm sorry. that's it for the WAPT tournament here in Texarkana. Amanda Tan goes out and fires another bogey-free round here at Texarkana Country Club, wins this thing by 5 strokes, Mike.
You know, you just can't say enough about being able to come out here.
Here we go.
We talked a little bit ago about the camaraderie. I'd say there's plenty of it out here. But again, you just can't say enough for her to navigate this golf course in these conditions, tournament conditions. It's hot, and to not make a bogey for 2 rounds, that's taking what the golf course gives you, being patient enough to play the golf course as it gives you what it gives you, and to be able to navigate your way around here for 2 rounds with no bogeys. That's a phenomenal week for her.
Yes, sir. We'll check in on the guys' score here. Kyle Wilshire unable to birdie 17, so going to come into 18 needing an absolute miracle to tie this thing. So either way, as long as he can avoid a big number here, he's going to finish tied for second. And Gregory Yates and Amanda Tan just went out and played so well today. They robbed us of our photo finish, but you know, gotta give them credit though.
We talked about this yesterday. The guys we talked to yesterday, including Amanda, none of them had bogeys on their card, and you see Gregory go out today and make 8 birdies, no bogeys. Amanda goes out, makes 3 birdies, no bogeys, and they're gonna both walk out of here as champions. So that is what separated them from the rest of the field, is the ability to get around here and not make mistakes.
And the final group taking their positions in the fairway, and it looks like Wilshire is going to be way back off of this tee today.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that Kyle's got in the neighborhood of about 220 from right there.
Goodness gracious. And all he's looking to do here on 18 is avoid a big number. A bogey drops him into a tie for second. Even if he holds out his second here, he's going to finish second place. So Kyle's looking to get this somewhere around the green where he can manage a 4.
Got 1 shot on Andrew Presley. This ball needs to be in the middle of the green.
Obviously, we couldn't see what happened to Kyle off the tee, or if this is something he planned knowing he needed 4 here. So Kyle sets up for his second shot. Like you said, we're looking at well over 200 yards into this very tough pin placement from there. Looking to land something in front of this green and ride that slope back to the right.
Yeah, this is easily the longest shot we've seen in here today.
That's going to end up on the very front of the green. We've seen that once today. I can't remember who had that putt. They were not able to 2-putt from there, so that's going to be a tricky one there. We'll head back out to the fairway and see who's next to play. Looks like someone had some real trouble off the tee.
Looks like Matthew Chung has got it hung up in the left trees here.
And Matt is 7 under for the tournament, 1 over for the day. There we go. We're trying to find him in there if we can. There it is. It looks like the playing competitors are discussing something with his lie here.
Yeah, it looks like that ball may be against the cart path or up against that tree there.
We've actually got to look at it here. And they're all taking a look to try to figure out, I wonder what they could be discussing here. Looks like, if I believe the red shirts are the country club employees, correct?
I believe so. He may just be trying to identify this golf ball.
As soon as we know what's going on here, we'll let you know. But it looks as if he's placing it exactly how it lied. So he might have been identifying that golf ball. Not sure. So either way, Matthew Chung is in some trouble here at 18. He's thinking, I don't know if it's going to be his second or his third in here, but
Yeah, it looks like
in a
he's
pretty
just
tough spot.
Gonna play this back to the fairway. Well, it looks like he may be trying to come down the hole with it. So
He's coming. Looks like he's able to get that just short of the greenside bunker here to the left. So not a terribly difficult pitch shot into this green, but one that I'll be impressed if he's able to get up and down.
I think while we were watching Matthew, we missed Trent Whitekiller's approach. Trent is even par for the day. A disappointing round for Trent. He was right there when our day started, just behind Kyle, and has not been able to do much with his round today.
And I think if you'd have told Kyle before the day started, you're going to have a putt on 18 to finish 13 under, he'd have been happy about that. But Greg Yates, we like to say the younger crowd, came off the top ropes today with an 8 under, 63.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody out here thought that 8 under was in play today, but nonetheless, a phenomenal trip around this golf course for Gregory Yates.
So looks like Whitekiller might. No, he's going to wait for Chung to walk up. Chung. What is it? Cheung. Matthew Chung. I really enjoyed the few minutes we had with Matt yesterday. It seemed like a really fun, upbeat guy we're going to hear from in the future, I think.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to see that name
Big
some
kid,
more.
massive kid. I say kid.
He's a kid in this group.
That's right.
He's made his way around here with what you would call for sure two veterans. Trent and Kyle have played a lot of golf. Both of them have played rounds on the PGA Tour. So Matthew is the quote unquote kid in this group, but has played well this week nonetheless. He's needs to make par here to stay in 10th by himself.
Good look at Matthew's caddy there. You know what, now that I had some more time to think about it, this may be a fairly difficult pitch shot.
It's going to be a little difficult running away from him.
Billy says his ball's got a big gash in it from that tree that it bounced off, so not a bad play from there.
So that's what they were looking at back there. That ball's could have been taken out of play.
Whitekiller's next to play. He's 9 under par in a group tied for 6th at a If he could find a way to hold this and bump it up to a T4. Looks like he's choking down a lot on the club. Ball must be above his feet here. Looking good. Just going to turn left a little bit and miss on the low side, but not a bad shot from there.
No, not a bad shot. Going to leave him about 4 feet to clean that up.
Kyle Wilshire will be next to play. Kyle was your leader as he teed off a little earlier this afternoon and has managed to be 2 under today and find himself 3 shots back of Gregory Yates. But all Kyle is looking to do here is cozy this up for a kick in forward and finish solo second.
Yeah, and to be honest, Kyle has only made 1 bogey on the day. He's got 3 birdies on the card. Would probably tell you he's a little bit disappointed with that bogey on 12, but really just Greg Yates just took this tournament over with.
What's this one going to do, Mike? It almost looks like a double breaker from here, but I don't know.
He's gonna be able to avoid this ridge from this angle. However, the slope of the coming off the ridge is going to affect this a little bit. It's going to try to work right at the end, pretty flat until it gets about 15, 20 feet from the hole.
Just misses the flag. He's going to have some work left to do to finish solo second. So that's a super important putt there, Mike.
Yeah. You know, we mentioned this. You've got to take something positive from every round. Obviously, Kyle's put a great week together here this week, but you definitely want to make this 4 and be able to say, hey, that second was all by itself, and just got beat by Mr. Yates this week.
Looks like Matthew's going to be first to play here, but I've got the leaderboard pulled up here so you can take a look where Kyle sits and how important this par putt actually is. I'm not sure where or how the money is staggered here for these guys. I don't see the prize pool broken down, but got to be a pretty good difference between second and tied for third, I would think. And Matt's got a big putt here to avoid dropping back to tied for 11th. Tied for 10th, that is, I'm sorry. Nice up and down.
Good solid 4 there. That's a great recovery.
Looks like Matthew was going to finish solo 10th place today. Played 1 over par, shot 72 today. This is going to be a pretty big putt here for Kyle. What a putt. Excellent par.
Yeah, that's
Excellent
one of those ones
par.
you've got to have. You do not want to walk away from this week with that being in your mind. So good 4 there for Kyle. Probably a little bit disappointed, but a good week nonetheless.
Big putt for Trent as well. He is in a big group, tied at 9 under for 6th. So par putt to keep him there. And that's good. 3 solid pars here on 18. And that is going to be the last group on the golf course for us, Mike. Our winners today: Gregory Yates fires a round of anyone's life, probably his. Final round 63 under fairly difficult conditions to win by 3. And Amanda Tan just does what she does. Bogey free, solid golf.
You really
dared
can't.
everyone to come get her, and they just couldn't.
Yeah, and she told us yesterday. She told us exactly what she was going to do. She was going to be patient. She was going to take shots where she could and be real patient and work her way around the golf course, and that appears to be exactly what she did. So two really solid rounds for Gregory and Amanda, and again, just a phenomenal finish to this tournament again this year, and a lot of really good players out here this week.
Yes, sir. So we'll wrap it up here shortly. We're running out of things to point the cameras at, as you can imagine, but we want to give a special thanks to Texarkana Country Club for inviting us out, letting us out. Texarkana Children's Charities, we appreciate them, and the APT and the WAPT for being so hospitable.
Yeah, we were able to have the kids out from running WJ over the week. They came out and had a golf camp. They came out and had a swimming camp. We're doing swimming lessons. So a lot of good stuff going on out here this week. A lot of great golf and of course a lot of fun.
And a special thanks to you and Complete Computing Solutions. I appreciate you hopping on board with me. I hadn't met you before today, but I feel like we kind of hit our stride halfway through yesterday. And if you're watching and you enjoyed us, let us know. We had a good time doing it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. This is obviously my first time to do anything like this, but it's been a lot of fun, and being able to get out here and see a lot of good golf, that's been fun too. So I appreciate y'all having me, and we'll try to do it again. Thank
you, and I can assure you I've never played a golf tournament either, but I had a good time doing it with you, Mike. So again, appreciate it. That's going to do it for us here. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
Thank you.
Absolutely, we appreciate everybody watching.